Hi guys, today we're going to do a critique of 4 websites and see if they meet user needs. And I've chosen 4 airlines, really well-known airlines. So we're going to look at United Airlines, British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and United Airlines. We're going to go through these airlines and see the UX design elements and see how good or not so good they perform. For me, I'm going to be the user, so I'm going to look at if it meets my requirements or not. So let's start with British Airways, and here my first impressions are there's a lot of white space here, which is nice, crisp and clean and simple. I want to book a flight. It's pretty prominent there. So is there a call to action? So this area here is called is above the fold, i.e. anything that where you don't need to scroll down is above the fold. So that gives me a really clear, quick indication of what this website does. You could book a flight or a hotel and a car. Let's compare that to another airline, Cathay Pacific. Now Cathay Pacific here, we've got this scrolling text which is alerting about coronavirus travel requirements at the moment, which is quite important. It's quite an outdated thing to do, the scrolling text, but nevertheless it might be important for users. Here they haven't mentioned anything about coronavirus on the main page. On the homepage, maybe they don't want to scare customers. There's always a thinking behind UX. So is it because they just want you to book your flight, and they obviously airlines are struggling at the moment? It could be some business objective being met there. Here clearly tells you about COVID-19. Now I want to book a flight. It's recognized where I am in London, so that's clever. So obviously developers have worked on that, and they know that I'm here. Let me see if British Airways do that. No, it doesn't tell me where I am in the world. It does not. It does tell me it's in English. What about Virgin on the first impression? So here, Virgin. What do we get? We get LHR. It looks a bit busy. It looks quite busy there. I'd say we look at affordance. So is it clickable? Is it something I'd want to click? Here, let's compare that to British Airways. Here, I can click my flight, and then let's type in LHR. It's a London Heathrow. Doesn't prompt anything. Here, let's try that one. Let's change that to another airport. Let's say Manchester. So it comes up there. So just using it as a user, seeing how easy, how quick it is. What does the auto fills like? Let's say Manchester. Let's say to Bangkok. So there, and click that. That's British Airways. Taking time to load. That could be the internet connection, could be my laptop, or it could be their back end. And let's do the same here. It keeps flickering, Virgin. It keeps going. It's a bit difficult to use. Comparing it, Manchester. See, I clicked round trip, but Manchester to Bangkok. So let's have a look, and then the button is right at the end. And here I've got to go, for British Airways, I've got to go to the next pop-up and then type in search. Let's see what the results look like for British Airways versus Virgin. So still not loading. Okay, I need to add a departure date. Obviously you need a date. So that's obvious. I didn't add one. I've done a return date. And that's done the send, the outbound and the return in one click, which is good. Here I have to click the outbound. This is a bit more difficult to use. So calendars and dates are really important to test as a UX designer to make sure it's really easy to use and quick. So that's taken me longer than the Virgin one. And okay, they couldn't find any flights. These guys, a different date, but nothing's coming up. Book a flight. Is there nothing? Obviously, because of COVID-19 as well, it's not much coming up. So that's just the sort of the checkout basket process for these two airlines. And let's go back to Cathay Pacific main page. What do we see? Lots of information there. Now, that's one of the skills you need in UX design is how can you, because websites are always growing and you can have a huge amount of information that keeps increasing because these websites evolve and they grow. It's like a living thing. How do you make sure that all this information doesn't look too busy and is easy to follow and find? So that goes under the area of user testing, see if users can find what they were looking for. So the first thing interesting they've done is put offers there. So they've put offers as the first option. Maybe that's because users want to see what's on offer first. British Airways, let's go back to, how do I go back? I have to go on the back button. There's nothing clear. There should be an X there for me to be able to go back, but that's not happening. Oh, yeah, see, it's still not working. So these are the things that could be bugs. They need to be tested. Not a good experience for a user. Let's go to another airline, United Airlines. So what do we see? First impressions, the color contrast, is that good? Am I getting clear messages of what I need to do? I can see where I need to book. My trips, so if you've already booked, it's easy to go back to your trips. Travel information, I assume that's about COVID. No, it's not. It's not very clear. The mileage program, deals. So deals is one of the last tabs, and then help. Whereas with the other airline, it was the first thing that came up, offers. What does British Airways do? I can't even get out of the British Airways. I've turned now. It's a bit complicated. Okay, so here they don't have offers as one of their main tabs. And United Airlines, they do. What about Virgin? Book, my booking, check-in, and flight status. So every UX design process will identify your own users' needs. Here they're looking at what do our users probably click on the most. So there should have been a lot of user testing to see what users actually wanted. So for some airlines, it is about the offers. That's the first thing people want to look at. Interestingly, also, I can see that British Airways like to promote their city breaks. I think that's one of their best sellers. So you have to look at UX design from the perspective of the business and meeting the business goals and objectives and the users' needs that are in line, hopefully, with the aims and objectives of the business itself. So like I said, they have these cheap city break offers here. And last minute offers, which is what a lot of British Airways users go for, whereas Virgin Atlantic is about flying across to, actually not to Bangkok, you can't go to Bangkok on Virgin Atlantic, New York. Let's see what comes up with that. Let's see what flights come up with that. Yeah, what we got coming up. We've got book with confidence. Here's your pricing. And then you've got flight options coming up. Thanks for watching, guys. That was a quick design critique just to give you an intro into how we critique websites to make them better. Don't forget to subscribe and watch the whole series of videos. We're here to help you become a great UX designer and really make that path journey to your new career as easy as possible. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and add the notifications. I'll see you at the next video. Thank you, guys.